Hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. This is the Mostly Harmless Obelisk speaking directly into your minds. And today we will be journeying back into the darkest dungeon. This is the second stream I've done of the game, and I had quite a lot of fun playing it before. It's not my first time playing the game. I played it around the time that the second DLC came out. I had beaten the game, and since then I had tried starting a couple times, but I never quite got to the end. Thank you for coming in, Chief and Kawaii. How are you both doing today? Alright. Game looks like it's set up. Yes, speaking of setting up, tomorrow I was planning for a midnight stream, something that goes against my usual 6 p.m. target for streams, but I really wanted to do a sort of midnight reading of something horror related, and I picked out an old classic, specifically an Edgar Allan Poe classic. So yes, that will be tomorrow, starting at not quite midnight, but 11:30 p.m. in case either of you are interested. And let's go on to the game. Let's see, last time I left off, we had only done 3 or 4 expeditions into the area around the manor. I think it was all in the ruins. So this is a fairly new game. Let's see what we have here for options. That is a very nice ring. Oh, Chief, do you have your own emotes? That's interesting. Actually, yes, I think I opened up your page before and saw that it looks like you used to do streaming. Is that right? Oh, I don't know what WOH stands for. Oh, World of Horror. Yeah, you're saying your streams were mostly World of Horror. Ah, got it. No wonder you seem so interested in the game. You say, I plan to get back into it soon, wrapping up work now. Ah, well, good luck with your work. Okay, as much as I want to get some of those nice items from the ruins, I'm going to do an easier expedition into the Weld. This is a little bit awkward of a team, but I guess we're going to end up with 2 Hellions. It's an easy map, so it shouldn't be a problem. Did you ever stream Darkest Dungeon, Chief? It seems like a game that might be up your alley. Oh, very nice. The main characters, you mean the 4 that you start with? Because if so, that's rather impressive.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, okay, those 2. Yeah, I mean, that's still impressive. Not commentating much on this since they're just very normal enemies.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Oh yes, so when I first loaded up this game for stream, I had a small number of mods selected, particularly the Martin Seo class pack, as well as a couple convenience mods like faster movement and faster scouting. However, that crashed the game. I think after that stream I had gone back and loaded up those 2 mods into this. I think that means that they should actually be running right now, but this game can get a little janky with that, so I wouldn't actually be too surprised if they're not running. We'll see if I get any of the new classes. I specifically chose the Martin Seo pack because I felt they're the most sort of lore accurate of the class mods. Oh, and they're also the ones that are actually streamer friendly. They won't get me demonetized. Yeah, we'll find out. I guess I may as well cleanse her bleeding. I forgot that she didn't have the rush forward. Oh. Ashley, thank you for following. Welcome in, welcome in. I am the Mostly Harmless Obelisk. I do a lot of streaming of... Well, I say I do a lot of streaming. I'm actually very new to this, but I stream primarily horror. Summertime said I'm literally an enemy in this game. Yes, I stream mostly horror. mystery, and I plan to stream some fantasy games as well. And actually, tomorrow at midnight I will be doing a reading of Edgar Allan Poe, which I am very much looking forward to seeing how that turns out. So yes, thank you again for the follow.
But a victory nonetheless.
Let's see here, Summer says, Obelisk, if you get an occultist, can you name it after me? Absolutely, Summertime, I'll try and remember that. And also, whenever I get back to town, if anyone wishes for me to name someone after them, go ahead and let me know. Oh, I forgot to reposition my Hellion after that last fight. Summertime says, everyone is so mean to the occultists and says that they don't work, but no, I absolutely love the occultist. It's sometimes very janky to play with, but I really like using them. I think people just don't understand the heal that they do. Is that what you usually use them for? I usually use them as a main healer. Because my Hellion's positioning is messed up, this is a huge disaster of a fight.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
You use them for debuffing and pulling. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's certainly a use. I definitely used the debuffs. I don't think I used their pull all that much. But I think I also just don't use pulls in general a whole lot, because I don't use them on... No... Okay, my Vestal is hopeless. That's not great. Right, I was going to say I don't use the bounty hunters pull all that often. I have no clue why Hopeless just made her reposition herself. And I'd really love to stop missing. You use Man-at-Arms and Leper. Right, because Leper can only target the frontmost enemy? Is that what you mean? I don't know what Man-at-Arms would need a pull for. I think I actually don't use Man-at-Arms that much. Nothing against the class, it's just, I don't think I ever got a really good one.
a faint hope blossoms. Back to the pit. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
The positioning is so janky.
As victories mount, so too will resistance. Nature herself, a victim
That was a
to this
good
spreading
time to get
corruption.
Scout. I think that does mean that we have the mods going because I am pretty sure I put faster scouting on.
Executed with impunity. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
A little surprised that spiders don't have high blight resist. Another bot. I seem to get one every single day. Just gonna ban real quick. And goodbye.
Weakened. The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. In Radiance, may we find victory.
Taking a look at what I want to throw out. Because I might need that second shovel, or extra shovel. I guess we'll do without.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike. The match is struck. A blazing
Okay,
star
only
is born.
one last room that I have to explore.
Ambushed by foul invention.
By the way, was it just me who heard a Discord ping? I think I set it up where you guys can't hear those. but I can't actually know that you can't hear them. So I've never gotten hopeless before on a healer. Usually I get it on other people and it just makes it so that they can't be healed. What is it actually supposed to be doing on this cleric? It doesn't seem to be affecting her aside from the one time that she just chose not to do anything, and when she like moves forward. I don't think I've seen the move forward behavior with anyone before.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
Okay, let's hope we got a occultist in town, so I can rename it.
Awash in blood and delusion, he bears the burden.
We got an event. Blood Scourge. There are some who believe that only a litany of blood and suffering can cleanse sickness in the land. Here is one who will do his part. We got our first flagellant.
There is power in the blood for those with the fortitude to pay the price.
Let's send our hopeless cleric to get whipped. Only other person who's really feeling it is this plague doctor. Oh, you're also a flagellant. I have like half of my team is flagellants. That's very annoying. I usually don't think much about the ones that force you to go to only one place, but when everyone gets it, kind of annoying. Not a bad Vestal. I just don't know how I feel about antiquarians. I know that they get a thing where they receive, what's it called? You get extra items that you can sell for money when you explore with them, but I just don't know. This Vestal's the only one from town that I'm interested in.
And unrelenting.
Do we have any things we want to lock in? Warrior of Light is really good to lock in. You want on the team? Who do you want? We got Crusader, couple Highwaymen. One of our Plague Doctors is already taken by Kauai. Vestal, Flagellant, 2 Hellions. What is this, Bounty Hunter? No, not Bounty Hunter, Grave Robber. No occultists yet. Welcome in, Lardolam. You would like to join? Name anyone after you. Alright. What? Why didn't it save? And yes, thank you for stopping by, Lardolam. I am the Mostly Harmless Obelisk. I mostly stream horror and mystery games, and I plan on doing some fantasy RPGs as well soon. And tomorrow at midnight, we will be doing a reading of Edgar Allan Poe, in case you are interested. In summertime, did you want me to wait to get an occultist to name it after you, or would you like to be named someone we already have to be named after you? Oh, okay, wait for an occultist. You got it. Alright, what do we got? Oh, that's a super good Vestal one. I really should go for that. And I will. But first, I just remembered there was something I wanted to do with this Highwayman. I've really wanted to try the point-blank shot Duelist Advance combo. And flagellants, do they need to be in first row? No. Good first or second. Okay, perfect. I believe this one we're fighting our first boss, the Necromancer's assistant. Oh my, we're out of money. We'll just have to make do.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
One good thing about streaming this game compared to my usual, I do a lot less talking since it's already mostly narrated.
A devil walks these halls.
I felt like I was losing my voice after the last Cultist Simulator stream. Speaking of which, in case you've checked me out on Twitch or Blue Sky, I got links for that down below on Twitch. Or sorry, I said Twitch or Blue Sky. I meant Twitter or Blue Sky. In case you've checked me out on those, you might have seen my post that I am changing up Sunday's stream. I will not be doing Cultist Simulator. So the reason for that is two things. One, we just don't get a lot of people coming into those streams. Two is I just feel like in general, it's not a very Twitch-friendly game in the sense that I've been told it's very hard to tell what's going on like during it, even when I'm trying to provide narration for what I'm doing. And I could probably do some narrating, you know, better than I've been doing. But looking back at the VODs, I have to agree that it's just not super high quality. So I wanted to provide something a little better. I'm probably going to either be playing more Darkest Dungeon that day on Sunday instead, or play Doom, the 2000, was it 14 or 16 one? Oh, I forgot about the trap. The whichever one it is, it's the Doom, which on Steam is just titled Doom. Summertime says you have really, I guess, been making a good job with picking the games to stream. They fit your vibes and always have something happening. Thank you for that. But when it comes to Cultist Simulator, I'm just a little bit at a loss for how to make it more interesting. Feels like there's a lot of downtime, and I've also in the VODs just seen that it's actually hard to see what's happening on screen because it's all very tiny UI elements for the most part. Okay, I kind of forgot how much I like using the flagellant.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates.
If I remember, using the Eldritch Altar summons a pretty difficult boss, which I am not ready for. Oh no, it's this thing that summons a boss. Yep, I have not forgotten about the secret rooms. Oh, Highwayman only item. Plus crit. Gains extra stress, less chance of virtue. Sure. I have no clue if that's good, but I'll take it. Takes more stress, minus max HP, does lots more damage. That's a very cool item. I don't know if I'll use it.
Begone, fiend. Executed with impunity.
So far, this has been a very painless trek to the boss.
In radiance, may we find victory. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
You know what? To free up an item slot, I actually will put this on someone. I guess the Flagellant, since he has a heal. Oh, it must be painless because Kawaii is here. Yes. Reading a few pages has given Kawaii natural. Oh, plus health when wearing no trinkets. Plus healing received when no trinkets, plus speed when no trinkets. Yes, I remember that being probably the thing I looked for the most early game, but it becomes actually a pain later on.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Nothing here.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage. As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, I've really been liking this riposte thing I have going on with the Highwayman. I don't know what made me bring, however, a Flagellant to the ruins, considering lots of undead that can't bleed here. But oh well.
Give them no quarter. The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Oh no! Kawaii now has deviant tastes and is no longer allowed to visit the brothel for reasons best left to discretion. You're no longer allowed to visit your favorite place. I'm gonna keep skipping these treasure battles that are off to the side. An accident occurs when working at the alchemy table. I don't see what actually happened, though. Maybe nothing. Summertime says, too freaky from the brothel, insane, but in that universe it makes sense.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Decorative urn. Trying to remember what I should interact with it with. Hero has become infected by ashes. Oh, was it trying to disease him, but he resisted? I can't really tell. Okay, there's no way I'm skipping up journal pages.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own. Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
I'm surprised how little sanity damage we've taken so far.
A decisive pummeling.
Okay, I swear, as soon as I renamed the Plague Doctor, her crit rate went up by a whole lot. That's a really interesting trinket. Because there is a healing ability Crusaders have. I think it's a group heal, even. There was something about it that stood out to me. I wonder if this could ever be worth it. I'll give it a try. Lardo Lum says, I somehow feel that DD is based on the fall of the House of Usher. I would say, if anything, it's kind of like... Oh, no, I was going to say the Fisher King, but that's a cause and effect reversed there. This, yeah, this is, the land had corruption, and the Lord became corrupted by that, and then helped spread the corruption more. I'm trying to remember
It's a goal without hope.
which H.P. Lovecraft story took place in, I believe it was Hungary, in a castle. Someone became the inheritor there, and they found unexplained things happening, and when they traveled beneath the castle, they found, like, an ancient being. That, I would say, is actually the closest to any literary inspiration that I can think of. Okay, for our respite, I will pray. Oh, for some reason I thought that would also heal the Vestal's stress. I'll encourage the Vestal. And Bandit Sense, so we don't get ambushed.
The light, the promise of safety. The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Lord Olum says, but Usher also starts with a letter from the family. That's true, and considering EAP is the father of HP Love, it makes sense with that story you mentioned. I have not read it, though. Yes, I remember reading it some time ago. Well, I read the edited version where a certain word was redacted from it. I think I should definitely read Fall the House of Usher on stream. If tomorrow's reading stream goes well, I should make that a recurring thing. I'll probably also stream H.P. Lovecraft stories as well. I'll start off with buffing instead of just starting with Blight. Oh, I didn't realize this is an unholy eldritch, not an undead, so it can actually bleed. That's very lucky for me.
A devastating blow. Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Okay, I have built up a lot of bleed on this guy. That's a lot of stress coming in. Odd that the Highwayman has not been reposting those attacks from the Necromancer's Apprentice. There we go. Riposte for the kill. Okay, I think that was a very good attempt at the Necromancer's Apprentice. Let's throw away a couple useless items, get these trinkets, and head out. Okay, Kawaii gets Twilight Dreamer. They ignore stealth. Only one hero in my roster can have it. As soon as we get to town, I think I should...
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Lock that in. So, okay, yes, we do have the mods running. This is one of the Martin Seo mods, a character mod for the Duchess. Strange bedfellows. A monster exiled from her pack, seeking an army to usurp a hostile queen. Have we fallen upon such desperate times that we'd consider throwing in our lot with the very creatures we've sought to destroy? So most of the Martin Seo classes show up in the stagecoach normally. Yeah, we also have a Duchess here as well. I'll take a look at which one is better. Yeah, most of them show up in the stagecoach. I believe the Duchess is the only one who shows up using the same event setup that the Flagellant will show up in. So her whole thing is she's kind of like an abomination where she has a transformation where she turns into one of those like leech monsters from the vampire DLC, and her normal form is actually about buffing herself up, like giving protection. I think she can give Mark as well. I must be thinking of something else. She gives protection and riposte to herself, so she's pretty much a tank. And her leech form is about you know, she gains HP when she deals damage, sort of thing. The one we have has plus 5% crit, stress, healing received. She only drinks, and negative speed if low torch. That is not bad. The one in the stagecoach is bonus damage when below 50%. Heals 20% more. Fascinated with injuries. This one is actually perfect for how the Duchess is set up to be, because you want to be on low health and you want to be healing yourself. So this one I will actually dismiss.
The task ahead is terrible.
And we have our first cataphract. This is from one of the actual Darkest Dungeon DLCs. Okay, quick draw, that's good. Bonus speed on first round. Only visits brothel. Okay, that's not bad. I will definitely be taking this cataphract. And This is an interesting flagellant. The bonus healing received is quite nice. Do I have room? I do not have room. I don't really know who I'd remove. I do have 2 Hellions that are basically identical, but that's not a bad thing, necessarily. Can I upgrade? I can upgrade my barracks, so I'll take the flagellant. And thank you, Lardalam. And I mentioned I'm sending Kawaii to the treatment ward to lock in. Oh, you cannot lock in Twilight Dreamer. Huh. What I can do is remove Hot to Trot. So next time you get a positive trait, it cannot possibly remove Twilight Dreamer. This freaking caretaker keeps taking up the penance hall, and I have so many people who can only go to the penance hall to relieve stress. What is up with that? Nothing else I can upgrade in town. That's kind of annoying. I feel like I've been doing my best to bring back trinkets. I somehow have 50 buffs. Odd. Okay. Let's test out the Duchess. We have a healer. We'll test out the Cataphract. Let's see, what are her things? It's a forward attack, heal, a second heal, and a ranged attack. That's I feel like I need to take her to the guild to unlock some more skills. I don't like that setup. Maybe you can make a Cataphract who's a main healer, but I kind of don't want to. Okay, so we have a back row attack. We have a way to move forward and deal a lot of damage. We have a back row attack that hits everything. That's super cool. If you're in the front, you can get to the back. Move forward 1. I guess you could keep spamming this to move forward 3 from the back. And then when you're in the front, you can use this to get to the back. And that's one tactic. I'd kind of rather just stay in the back, though. Oh, and your heals only work from the front. Okay, you can tell I never used a cataphract before. This is an interesting class. I should look at their actual stats. Speeds, whatever, 0 protection, 5 dodge. It's actually pretty normal. I'm gonna try the cataphract as a sort of damage dealer that wants to stay in the back, or that starts the first turn in the front and then wants to go to the back. Oh no, I have no money. I spent all the money upgrading my cataphract. What have I done? Oh, I might have items I can sell, because I'm definitely not using all of these. Shift to sell. 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 Can give items to our cataphract. And I can give this bonus healing scroll to the Vestal. Do I have money? Yes, I do. Okay. That was scary. I forgot you could sell items for a moment.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Okay, so every class in the game has a different chance to disarm a trap that you've spotted. Highwayman, and I think also Bounty Hunter are the best at it. That is a cool animation for the cataphract, the moving to the back row ability.
Fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
You know, it's odd. I don't remember the historical cataphracts being people who fought with bows at all. She has a lance, obviously, and a couple abilities that referenced, you know, using the lance. That is definitely how cataphracts fought. They were sort of Ottoman Empire heavy cavalry units, if my memory serves me right.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Blackish tide pool. A pool of water cupped in smooth stone. Its color looks slightly off. I'll try putting anti-venom in it, and yes, that purifies it, and heal 6 stress. Okay, this Vestal, without much investment, is already super good because of those 2 items we found.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Confidence surges.
I took a lot of AoE damage on that fight. Oh, I wonder, because I know when you kill an enemy with certain abilities, like bleeding and blighting, and crits, they don't leave behind a body. I wonder if riposte is also the same way, or if that particular enemy simply doesn't ever leave behind a body. That would be interesting to figure out. And yeah, that guarded by effect that the Pelagic Guardian put on the Pelagic Shaman, the shield, for those who have not played, means that the Guardian gets targeted instead of the Shaman. Unless you use AoE abilities, which just target everyone. Lardo Lum says he never leaves a body. Okay, so it's not a riposte thing, it's just that particular enemy thing.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud. A powerful blow. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Okay, let's see what the monstrous affliction for the Duchess looks like.
The will to fight.
And that applies a extra stress effect on teammates when you go into this mode. So abilities are Thirst for Power, hits the first 3 rows, does only 30% of damage. The target receives less healing and crits less, and you buff self with receiving more healing afterwards. And then this one just heals you for 3, does normal damage, bypasses stealth. This one stuns but doesn't heal. Okay.
Momentary abatement.
Oh, I don't like that a back row cataphract can only hit the front row with winnowing volley.
The ground
Okay.
quakes.
I was feeling like winnowing volley, just the AoE abilities of the cataphract, was really good. I guess that's just how it's balanced. Their single target attack doesn't hit everything,
Another
or cannot hit everything.
Another misfortune.
Bas-relief. A puzzlingly ancient sculpture of dizzying implication. I wonder, can we use torch on it? No. A message leaves a lasting impact on the hero. Her blight resist goes down.
In Radiance, may we find victory. Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
For those of you with a lot of experience with the game, have you tried any of the mods? How do you feel about the modding scene in general? Personally, I've looked into quite a few mods when trying to go back and replay the game. I know, of course, a great number of them are very poorly balanced, but I was actually surprised with these Martin Seo mods, as well as a number of other ones that I've found. Werewolf is another one that I've added to this game, but there's also a good number of mods that I have not added to this, partly because I didn't want the game to run much slower, and also because I'm just worried about stability issues. But in general, I really like the modding scene.
Success so clearly in
Oh, I thought maybe I could smash this fish idol. A strange presence is felt near the statue of worship. I'm not going to touch that.
precision and power. A decisive pummeling.
Nice, got 2 kills there.
Gnawing uncertainty, the birthplace of dread.
This guy keeps dodging.
Inspiration and improvement. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Oh man, no shovels.
Without tools of iron,
I have to,
you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Ravenous. That is a unique stress type for the Duchess. Martin Seo has a couple unique stress types. I know I think it's called the Gladiator, has a unique one as well called like aggression or something.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Hello, Super Substep. Welcome in. My name is the Mostly Harmless Obelisk. I am a horror VTuber primarily. I also do mystery games. I'm looking to do fantasy RPGs, and tomorrow, actually, I will be doing a reading of a Edgar Allan Poe classic tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. EST. Oh my, I did not expect that kind of voice. What voice? Do you hear something? I am simply a stone obelisk and nothing more. Please ignore any, details to the contrary. Okay, I think this is the last battle we have to do on this expedition. I feel very silly for having run out of money right before this one. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. First time I've been told that my voice is seductive. Is this my first time playing? No, I've beaten the game once before, but that was years ago. About the time that the second DLC came out, I beat it. I've played it a couple additional times since then, but I don't think I ever really got very far. Yes. It sounds like you've played it yourself? Is that so? Good, good. I think this is a game that everyone should try at least once. And if you're wondering what's going on there, I am running a couple mods, mostly ones by a modder named Martin Seo, who does a lot of, I personally think they are really well balanced class mods. I know a lot of amateur mods don't have very good balance, but I think theirs do. This is the Duchess class. It's a sort of variant on the Abomination that is more about defense and self-healing than anything. Oh, you've done mods for trinkets. That's fantastic. What was the name of some of your mods?
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish. If indeed there is such a thing.
Just pouring myself some tea. Oh, I see. You help out others. Yeah, I've never made any mods myself, but I have helped some people do some mods back, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the original one. So, what was that, 20 years ago? 15? Something. A mod called Darkness and Pain. What sort of mod is it like? Is it another trinket mod or something else? Oh, we got our, I think that's our first disease. Oh my god, not another flagellant. For some reason, more than half of my team are flagellant. Oh, so sort of trinkets for risky play. That's interesting.
A fresh irritant, the sum.
I see. Well, thank you for stopping in, Super Substep. I hope you enjoy the stay. The town is abuzz. Oh, thank you for the follow. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthian garden has been uncovered. The discoverer, sadly, has perished from innumerable insect stings. Concern rises. Okay, let's send Dismas to get his disease treated. He has red plague. Let me see real quick. I probably want to get rid of some of these. I will get rid of Flagellant on the Duchess. Super Substep says, one of my favorite trinkets is a blood idol. Increases max HP, gives 33 damage reflection, but increases damage taken. I wonder, that sounds like a lot of damage reflect, if damage reflect is what I think it is. But balancing those sort of things is always going to be the hardest sort of thing in any of these games. Let's check the stagecoach. Okay. I remember really liking the leper class. Yeah, Purge is, I remember, a super fun ability. Yikes, Antsy is actually quite bad. I think I'll still take it, but we'll see. And the Lamia is another Martin Seo class. This is their other transforming class. It is in human form, a healer, both a stress and an HP healer. And then it, I forget how it works. You can transform into beast, stresses out all of your teammates. Okay, it has a stun ability, a blight ability, and an attack that deals bonus damage against stunned and blighted foes. So you want to build a stun blight team, and then the Lamia is the support unit for that. That can then also come in and deal damage once everything's been debuffed. Oh, interesting that you like making mods but not playing with them. As I said, the only game that I ever really made mods for was an Elder Scrolls game, and I don't think anyone who can play with mods chooses to voluntarily not with those games. Yep, Bounty Hunter's one of my favorite classes. We're definitely taking that.
The promise of payment.
Ah, you mean wonderful time in the stream? Thank you. I have been very slow at upgrading. I don't know if this is just how it is normally and I didn't remember it being this slow. Oh, thank God I unlocked a second slot at the Penance Hall. That's a big win for me, considering everyone wants to be whipped. Okay, chat, I've done it again. 120 gold. Interesting. Well, time to send some level zeros into the Warrens to just hopefully not die and make me some money. What's the worst that could happen? They all die? Well, my roster's full, so someone's gotta go. They can share exactly one food. Sell trinkets? Nah, I sold trinkets last time. Good luck. Good luck, adventurers. Caretaker blew all your money at the Penance Hall and Sanitarium today.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Oh, I too am getting a buff today because of Pride Month, yes. Let's see if it's a buff to luck, though.
The will to fight falters. Confluence of skill and purpose.
From what I remember, those swine wretches are actually really awful to deal with. Oh yeah, disease spread. I didn't remember what they did. I just remembered it was bad.
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Thankfully, I actually have not yet encountered mosquitoes.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I'll have to remember for the future that even though Flagellant doesn't necessarily combo with Lamia, because she wants people who do Blight and Stun, it's still a good combo in the sense that she can heal the bleed off of Flagellant. Same way that, who is it, Antiquarian can also do that. And, I think Plague Doctor. But Plague Doctor usually has an offensive role they want to be doing. Oh, I forgot you can torch the dinner cart.
Executed with impunity.
I also don't have a torch, actually. Oh, Antiquarian can't even cure it. Oh my god. I keep forgetting how little she does. Oh, not torch, touch. Oh. Yeah, I have a hard time keeping track of what curios can be interacted with if I haven't already unlocked the little icon that says, use this item for this benefit. Oh. Lamia got diseased.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. This expedition at least promises success.
Oh, I'm not intending to actually complete this quest. I don't think we're going to get that far. I'm just grabbing gold, because any gold that I can take out of here is gold I did not have coming in. Actually, that's a really good argument for me to go to Pitch Black and to not get into this upcoming fight. I wish backing up were a little faster. Okay, he's a tippler. I don't care. As long as it's not flagellant, it's fine.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Nice. Sellable trinket. You know, it might have actually been doable to go do the room battle. But this is fine. Abandon.
Ignorance of your enemy
We were just going in for money.
will invariably lead to defeat.
Dark Temptation. Nothing wrong with that. And Hot to Trot on a leper is probably fine. Usually I don't like Hot to Trot, but I know a lot of people say it's a really good skill. I don't particularly feel that way. What is going on here? Beauty is the beast. Found wandering by the old road. This lady claims to be here to help. Her eyes, however, gleam for something more than gold. This is one of the other class mods that was not a Martin Seo one. Okay, so we can choose what traits the werewolf starts with. In town never drinks. Bonus versus unholy. That's pretty good. No range skills, so that's useless. No healing. Minus damage when low on HP. Don't like that. Only meditates. That's fine. In town never drinks. Bonus versus humans. Improves stress reduction when meditate. The first and the third are good. Oh, we gotta kick someone out. Super Sub says, I recently got the most max HP, by the way. What do you mean by that? You mean you upgraded a character to have the maximum possible HP value? Is that it? Man, I kind of don't want to kick out the Lamia because I like the class and... you know, these aren't even good traits. Maybe I will just kick out the Lamia because I don't want to pay to treat her disease. Oh yeah, every HP buff possible. That is pretty cool. I am not very good at managing traits like that. I know, like, you can put in a lot of effort to lock in quirks and stuff, or traits, quirks, whatever they're called. Yeah, quirks. I'm not good at managing those. Let's check our stagecoach. Another cataphract. Not interested. Another highwayman, I already have 2. Another duchess. Manslayer is a good ability. I don't know that I want to kick out anyone for a second duchess, though. And actually, I am going to need to go to the BRB screen for just a moment. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, everyone. I've returned from my temporary out-of-body experience. Let's see here. We now have 3,000 gold to work with, and I'm just going to sell this, oh, click. There. 4,000 gold to work with. I'm going to... I really want to get that Duchess treated so I can work with her again. But other than that, we'll let everyone sit where they are, and we'll embark on a quest. A level 3 quest. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Normally +6 accuracy on a trinket is really good, but I already got 2 trinkets for my cataphract. Yeah, +5 accuracy and a dodge and crit one. I think I'll keep those on my cataphract. I've yet to even find a falconer. That's a great leper trinket. I've yet to find a librarian. Okay, I think I gotta go for that, this one. Even though it's a medium, stage, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll bring the really good squad. The usual suspects. Just double checking in case there's someone I want to sub out. Yeah, my highwayman's good, but he's not perfect for this. Instead, I will bring... my bounty hunter and put her in the front. I think this might be good. Right, the only trinket for my crusader is one that reduces his damage, so we'll skip that. And a chalice. I think the other Vestal has another item I want to swap over. Yeah. Let's see if we can afford actually provisioning this. That's not bad. It's not the full spread of equipment I usually like going with for a medium expedition, but it's better than the last one.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin?
Okay, gotta do 100% of room battles so we can skip this. Hello, Super Sub. Welcome back. Not much has happened. We just stepped into a medium expedition. We were able to afford a decent amount of items to go into this one. Just had to put some water. I'm taking this hot bath. With a cold monster? Do you mean me?
The light, the promise of safety.
You know, it's actually been quite some time since... Unfortunately, I'm a married man. But thank you. It's been a while since I've had an actual hot bath. I've just not taken the time to set one up, usually in the morning. I try and just get my routine done as quick as possible. Why are all the hot guys taken? Don't know. Yes, I am. In fact, my wife is in chat right now, and I am not young. I'm a male hag, in fact. Well, I mean, I've actually been around since before the dawn of mankind, but also simultaneously male hag.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
A hero reads a most unsettling passage. Late 20s is not far off from what some people consider a hag nowadays. Yeah, the number I keep hearing seems to change every year. Every year it seems to go down by 1 year. An interesting trend. You consider old from 45? That's what I thought until just, basically around the time I started going on Twitch, actually. Finally got a positive, thing from one of those bookshelves. Also, wouldn't it be more effective to put Grave Robber in third? Grave Robber. So I was thinking of starting all the encounters with Shadowfade to put her in third and give her bonus damage, crit dodge. But maybe it is better for her to start with Lunge. Oh, but doing it this way with starting with Shadowfade means the Plague Doctor gets a chance to plague the enemy, getting the bonus damage for the Lunge. I mean, this might be overkill for buffing the damage. That's possible. I remember when Shadowfade used to stun enemies instead of buff. That's odd. Yeah, I don't remember her having stun utility. Maybe that was just something that was added after I started playing? But yeah, if my math is right, her lunge should be doing... What is that, like? Almost 250% damage on hit.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Daggers was better there. Doesn't super matter what I do since this guy's just going to die. Yeah, I've been getting really good heals because of Youth Chalice and Sacred Scroll. That's oh no, it's just Sacred Scroll that gives bonus healing, but it's a lot of bonus healing.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Yeah, you know, actually, I didn't notice that until now. Yeah, my starting Vestal had Hippocratic, starting out with Worn Tactician. I guess it really is pretty lucky. I really should. I didn't even notice that I had it.
Another one falls. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
I don't know, are quirks on a weighted table or a true random table? Because it's not like there are that many quirks in the game that any particular class can get. But if it's a weighted table, then who knows? Yeah, I'm not super surprised that the DLCs added some additional quirks.
Momentary abatement. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Yep, no problem. We'll be right here.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. The blood formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Welcome back. Sounds like something lively's going on over at your place.
Annihilated. Executed with impunity. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end. The ground quakes. The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, that's a big crit. Super Substep says, for the longest time I was actually unknowingly playing on a pirated version of this game on my dad's PC. Interesting. My dad was the sort of person who... I think he pretty much refused to play any game except for... Oh my, what was that? I remember a website that existed around the time of 2000 to 2010 where they would, like, pay you pennies to play, like, kind of crappy online games like Peggle and Sudoku. And then I showed him Call of Duty, and he was really into it and would play the first two Call of Duties all the time, but he absolutely refused to play anything else. I suppose he's a man who knows what he wants to do. It seems that my Vestals are always the ones who go insane.
This is how a life is
Yep, she's hopeless again. Super Substep says, until I joined a Discord and everyone was like, oh, why are you playing on an update from 7 years ago? I see. Ah, because it wouldn't update if it was pirated, I see. Yeah, your dad played Black Ops 3. Yeah. Yeah, dads in Call of Duty is, some strange combination going on there. It's like that and old James Bond, books about ships and war. Those are like the core dad touchstones that I suppose a lot of people have.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Okay, we'll go up, and then I think to the right was already scouted, so we can ignore it, but we'll see. Camp? I'll camp when I get to the next node. But yes, I should be preparing for it. No, no altar. You can't fool me. I've already been fooled. Yeah, I already fooled myself. I don't need help.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Let's see. Okay, zealous speech. I'm surprised I don't have something which does no ambushes. I am lacking that on this team. I have yet to go to the survivalists once. I should perhaps unlock that at some point. Okay, I'm ultra surprised that Grave Robber doesn't have access to prevent nighttime ambush, but I guess that's sort of to balance out. That makes it like the highwayman's thing. Oh, I have not been paying attention to what my people have. Who has Torn Rotator? Oh, you're right. That sucks.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Oh darn, that didn't do a scouting. I thought you do or can do a scouting after you rest. Oh, map. There was literally nothing ahead of us. That's pretty rare looking. Okay, this looks like an easy last fight for this mission. Well, it will be an easy last fight if I actually hit.
Exposed to a killing blow.
That's true. That's a good tactic. You know, I was thinking of doing that after the battle was over so I can open up the chest, but you're right that you probably actually can get extra loot from the battle that way. This feels like I was playing the battle very suboptimally.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
No key. Oh. Some good curios. Alright. That looks like a lot of money we're coming home with.
Return to rest.
And a good bracelet for the leper. Oh yeah, lots of money. I do not mind Enlightened. Enlightened, for me right now, is way better than Flagellant. Known Cheat doesn't affect me much. Old Explorer is fine. Yeah, these are fine quirks. Yes, Lock and Hippocratic, yeah.
Tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Okay, cornerstones. The resurrection of our ramshackled hamlet has lured brave artisans and merchants who see potential in the vacant lots surrounding the town square. We get our first blueprint and can start taking a look at this. Now, from my memory, most of these require an absurd amount of investment to get anything out of. I think Puppet Theater is the one I've heard is the most beneficial to unlock early on. And yeah, the Martin Seo mods add a couple of these specific to the new classes that were added. A lot of people say Bank is the best. That is the other one I've heard most. How is the mill? Actually, I don't even recognize what this currency is, which means it's probably ultra rare. Memories can be found in Endless Harvest Quest. Yeah. Not something I can do right away. Bank. Oh, yeah, bank. Yeah. Bank or Puppet Theater will probably be my first. Or fighting the thing from the stars. Okay. Oh, our first occultist. I had promised a viewer that I would name the occultist after them. Oh, and we got Sisters and Sybil. I need 16 pages for the next Heroes Barracks. I really want all 3 of these heroes, though. Is there anyone who's kind of useless? I gotta be honest, this leper, the bonus abilities are good. Ansi is so garbage. Oh, who's infirm?
The task ahead is terrible.
Oh, minus healing received. I hadn't noticed that. Well, you know, I would normally not take someone with that, but I specifically agreed that the very first occultist would be named Summertime, and that I would get them killed. Oh, and already has reconstruction, which is the main thing I would be looking for. Hand from the Abyss is useless to me, though. Okay, who else do I want to get rid of? I actually already spent some money on this Highwayman, so I will keep them. Level 2. Yes, you absolutely can be named. Who would you like to be? I will be dropping someone, though, for these 2 new classes. If you want to take a look at them if you're unfamiliar, I do know what Sisters is. It's another transformation class where there's a scholar and her twin, who's a ghost who possesses her. The scholar does lots of debuffing and blighting and has a heal ability, and then the sister form has a lot of like move forward, move back, bleed, melee sort of stuff going on. You want to be a bounty hunter. We have 1 bounty hunter. I will rename them Super Sub Step. There we go, Super Sub Step, the bounty hunter. You know what? I have 2 Hellions. I will get rid of one of them. I like this one less.
Slumped shoulders,
We'll get Sisters.
eyes, and a stumbling gait. This one is no more good to us.
I already spent a lot of money on Cataphract, so I don't want to remove her. I kinda don't like this Plague Doctor.
This one has
We
become
will recruit Sybil,
useless.
which is a class that was added more recently to the Martinseo class pack, so I am unfamiliar. What is Bland? It's on you? Cleansing Tide heals less. Arietta heals less stress. Who? What? What are those abilities? Is Arietta a Jester ability, maybe? Cleansing Tide. Cleansing Tide. Maybe that's a Lamia ability. I think those are both Lamia abilities. That's a really weird thing to have as a negative quirk, since it's so narrow a thing. Yeah, honestly, that's the kind of negative trait you would want to lock in, because one of those things ever going to come up. And you know what? Yeah, we've only had 1 death so far. That was our 5th expedition, our The very first time I sent out that Houndmaster, he died of a heart attack. Do I have a Discord, by the way? Okay, I just made a Discord recently, but I actually have to set it up so that people can, actually join and stuff. Hopefully, by the beginning of next week, that's my goal, to have it fully set up, ready for people to join. It will be in my Twitch links down below. I also have a card page. It will be in there. Right, gotta lock in Hippocratic. That took up a lot of gold. I'll send this person to the penance hall, and I still have enough money to go on a medium expedition if I want. We got a full roster, so I don't care about upgrading the stagecoach network. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna read Sybil with all of you, because I'm guessing a lot of you are unfamiliar with this class, since it is a new mod edition. So a limited use skill. It looks like there are two forms, Eclipse and Moon. Sorry, Eclipse and Sun. So as Eclipse, bonus to dodge and speed. As Sun, Torch goes up, and whenever you use it, you heal a tiny amount. So this is a healing ability. Cures Blight. That's not bad. As Moon, heal 1. Okay, so it buffs your heroes so they're crit less, and then they either heal 1 or they get more buffs. Banish only hits the front 2 targets. It's a melee. It pulls. Gain protection if you're stealthed. You stealth the target you hit. If you're Moon, you also stun them. If you're Eclipse, you blight them. This de-stealths and deals bonus damage to stealth targets, and then you also blight your own team. Bonus damage versus blighted, and you blight your own team. This blights all enemies and your team. This is super janky. It looks like it might be fun. It also looks like it's ultra janky. Okay, so I get it. You keep switching between as Moon and as Eclipse. In one form, you're applying healing to your team, and then you do damage, and it sort of offsets each other because you're blighting your team. That's a pretty crazy setup. And we actually found an item for the Sybil, +1 on heal. So whenever it says heal your team for 1 or for 2, they heal for 2 or for 3. So that actually looks like a very good bonus. I really wish she didn't have the yips. Super strange. And you know what, everyone? This has been so far my longest stream. I feel like my streaming stamina has been going up over time. I think we're going to call it now. Thank you so much for everyone who came by, and especially for those who came into chat. It has been a wonderful evening, and I wish you all sweet dreams. Let's see here. I should pick someone for us to raid into. I figured it out who. I'm going to raid us into someone who's from a small group called the Dollhouse. Their name is Mina Crow. Raid. Mina Crow. They're playing Half-Life 2 today, which is one of my all-time favorites from when I was a teenager. All right. Thank you once again for everyone coming by.